One of the absolute biggest fears for me throughout my life has been the fear of being cringe. I hate that feeling where I feel awkward, when I feel exposed. I'm sort of have my heart beating very fast. I just hate those feelings, and I think for all humans, we have this experience where we don't want to be in a situation where socially we feel like we're weird, we're being awkward, we're being cringe. And what I've noticed is that unconsciously, I've lived my life to try and avoid feeling this sensation of feeling like I'm being cringe, being awkward. And it all goes back to a really innocuous situation for me where this fear kind of first got into my head. So I was about 12, 13 years old. I was at a school party and there were a couple of girls there. I was speaking with my friends in a group and they were just on the edge of the group kind of chuckling, laughing, and my assumption was in that moment, even with how insignificant the situation was, I didn't even know those girls, that from there I think I developed a fear of I want to look good in front of other people. I don't want to have that same cringe feeling that I did then. So throughout my life, the knock-on consequence of that is I've tried to basically get to a stage where I'm not feeling cringe, which is, in my case, it's been by working on myself, by self-developing, building up my confidence, which are all great things and have really benefited my life. But part of that has been avoiding this fear of being cringe. And the problem with that is it's limited my freedom in the sense that by avoiding what I'm scared of, it's controlled my actions. It's meant that I've been less sort of able to encounter and face my fears, and that's held me back. So one thing my mentor mentioned to me was this idea of what if you went out and deliberately put yourself in situations where you feel that you're being cringe, that you're being awkward. And this is what I decided to do. So I went out with a friend this weekend. I said to him, look, this is what my mentor said to me. I need to go out with you. He's probably more socially confident and better able to put himself in cringe scenarios. And for me, this was an unbelievable experience. We went around, one of the first things we did, drove around on our bikes, and we were going about 2-3 miles an hour. And I was waving people, welcoming them to the town. Then we went back round and did all the same people again. The next thing we did was we played imaginary pickleball. So we didn't have any bats or balls. We booked a court for 10 minutes and just pretended to play pickleball. And the next thing we did, which was, if you've clicked on this video and are watching now, the thumbnail of this video, I went up to a couple of girls and asked them to take some pictures of me, and I was just making a lot of stupid, ridiculous poses. I found that people just didn't really care, and it was a massively freeing experience for me. And it's something I want to keep going with now, where I'm day to day choosing to do things that make me feel awkward, that make me feel cringe. And I would raise that challenge to yourself if you do have that fear of being cringe, if you don't want to feel embarrassed, feel awkward, then message a friend and take that action, go and put yourself in a risky scenario. It's going to be easier if you have a friend with you to sort of start off, and then it's something I'm going to continue. Another great thing that I'm going to be doing is I live in Vietnam, so I can also speak the language, which I'm not very good at, and just allow myself to get more comfortable with cringe and feeling cringe. And as a knock-on effect, I think this will help me have more freedom, be able to choose what I really want to go after, and know that I can deal with the consequences of feeling cringe, of feeling uncomfortable, and I'm not going to survive. I also think it's important for me to recognise in myself that this is kind of a valid part of me that is playing a role to protect me, but also recognising that in modern society, actually, if I'm happy to be uncomfortable and I can tolerate that, then that's going to give me a big advantage and allow me to grow and develop and experience more in my life with fewer restrictions. So I hope that helped. Drop your comments below if you've seen this video and decided to do something cringe. I hope that helped, and I'll see you on the next one.